like a TV series though too.
I did not watch the Dark Crystal TV series.
Oh, you didn't? You should watch it. You're also not recording.
I am.
Are you?
No, totally.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah, all right. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong side of the screen.
The heart is beating.
The heart is beating. All right, game on, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. I got to pull up the script because it has been a minute. Yeah, our script, which consists of like 4 lines.
Hello, and welcome to a movie. This is homestar10.com.
This is homestar10.com.
Hello, this is a website.
This is a website.
Welcome to the USS homestar10.com.
Nobody asked you. All right, here we go. And a 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, and welcome to Basements, Faults, and Catapults. I'm one of your hosts, Aaron.
And I'm another one of your hosts, Trevor.
And here, your 2 hosts are going to be looking at games, genres, and the things that we enjoy in gaming.
And to do that, we're going to randomly select a genre each episode.
We're going to give a brief rundown of that genre.
And then we're going to select 2 games. One of these games will be something that we want to catapult into glory, while the other will be cast into the fault lines, riddling our basement lair. The catch, and what we hope to be the fun part, is that neither of us will have played, or at least played heavily, the titles the other has selected.
Yeah, so we're going to be taking those titles, what we've decided has been the best and the worst. We're going to divide them up. We're going to give it an hour of playtime. We're going to meet back up, and we're going to chat about the experiences we had.
That's where we'll give our own opinions of the other's game, celebrate where we agree, and refrain from murdering each other where we disagree. After all, not everyone can have a perfect opinion.
Yeah, and that's it. We hope that you'll join us, listen in, maybe be inspired to try a few titles along the way, or, let us know exactly why our opinions are trash.
Thank you for joining us. And remember, everyone floats down here, Georgie.
I was kind of expecting you to do a Skeksis bit. All right, guys.
I just finished watching the It Part 2, so.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So it's wild because for you fine folks listening in, today is just the next day in the scheduled broadcast. But for us, it's been a minute since we've been in studio.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute. I was gone for a couple of weeks. We kind of cheated by like pre-recording and posting episodes.
Yep.
You got to do what you got to do.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then, we're starting to become more savvy. So sometimes we'll record out of sequence.
Yeah.
But like, this is so cool. And we're so happy to be doing this.
Oh, man. Yeah, I really love it. I really love playing games, talking about games. Yeah.
And on that note, for those of you just joining us, or for the full-time listeners, we are going to do a regular scheduled broadcast today. So hopping on to our random number generator, I roll a d20. Our boy Trevor over there with the Skeksis fingers will we'll go ahead and input that amount of random rolls into his very expensive, very fancy, very up-to-date spreadsheet.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll determine what game we're going to try out.
But before we get started, I just wanted to throw out there to everybody, Christmas is coming.
Oh, yeah. There's only...
to be honest, this episode will probably air right around Christmas or right after Christmas. So either Happy Christmas or Happy New Year, whatever.
Yeah, Happy Holidays,
or
whatever you celebrate.
Whatever you celebrate.
We're here for
Kwanzaa,
you.
I don't care. Just love your family, spend time with them, and buy them lots of good gifts.
And even if you don't love your family, find the family you do love,
Yeah.
Because we get hung up on that.
Go find Lydia in Skyrim.
There you
and
go.
Just, make little Skyrim babies.
Move to Japan, find the woman that you fell in love with because you accidentally saw one of her videos, and now she's retired. And this is all hypothetical, and I'm not referring to any one individual person.
Aaron, if you really want to go to Japan, I will go anytime.
Listen.
You just have to say the word. You just have to say the word.
It's hypothetical. We're not we're not naming names.
But yes, check us out on our Patreon.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't have to donate or anything like that. There's a bunch of free content on there, pre-banters. I'm also going to be putting up a Discord link, and I'll keep that live for 3 or 4 months. And so people can start joining our community, having some interesting conversations.
We have some fun times on our Discord. We just spent, I don't know, like a whole week sharing Star Trek memes and best Star Trek films. So like,
and we're talking a lot about video games, new games, old games.
Yeah. What Kingdom Come Deliverance is kind of in vogue on the server right now.
Yeah.
So absolutely, stop by, say hi. We love it. We love the interaction. We're on there all the time.
Yeah, stop by, say hi, and in the meantime, Aaron's going to roll the die.
I got the die. Ooh, I like what you did there.
Let's do it.
7, lucky number 11, one of my
Lucky.
favorite Bruce Willis movies.
All right, I punched in 7. Now I'm going to hit the magical roll button.
It's very, very magical.
Okay, I don't think we've done one of these before.
What is it?
MOBA/Dota.
MOBA/Dota.
Yeah.
I mean, the two big names that come to mind are League and Dota. Well, Dota 2.
So I've never played a MOBA game.
Never?
No.
I have. I started, of course, on Defense of the Ancients on Warcraft 3.
Okay, and I played Warcraft 3, but I never played any of like the custom stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Other than tower defense, because I'm obsessed with it.
Defense of the Ancients, and then that, of course, turned into Dota 2, which is still available and a lot of fun.
Cool.
And of course, League. And then there's a new one coming out from our boys at Steam called Deadlock or something like that.
Fair enough.
That sounds right. Yes.
Well, in our last actual playthrough episode, we did Puzzlers.
We did. Yeah.
And it was Dungeons and Puzzles was your game, which you actually gave a catapult.
I gave it a catapult?
General rating 7.4. And then I played Time Gap, which was absolutely
Oh, God, right.
fault.
Yeah. It's all coming back to me. Yep.
Yes, and it's all coming back to me.
It's all coming back to me now.
And then the Wilhelm scream.
Shout out to my boy MTG Remy, who does musical song parodies for and he makes them Magic the Gathering related.
Oh, really?
And he had an absolute banger with It's All Coming Back to Me Now with Cyclonic Rift.
Oh, cool.
It's so good. Anyway, but
I love parody music. You'll have to send me a link.
Yeah, done. Absolutely. He's solid. He's got some
Weird Al's my guy, man. I love
your
Weird
boy?
Al. I've been a Weird Al worshiper since.
Have you seen the movie?
I have. Oh my God,
the
so
movie's
good,
so good.
But I've been a Weird Al worshiper, since I was probably 14 years old. Love
Al
the
and
man.
I have he's come and gone in my life.
Yeah.
But I've always appreciated him. I actually own his the movie UHF.
Oh yeah, I own.
Yeah.
You know, I do own a copy of UHF. I probably lost it years ago when I'm in a couple of moves. But you know what my favorite part of that movie is? The weird guys when they're trying to save their station and they're running out of things to do for their little phone-a-thon. And they just got the guys going. And I'm just like, this is the dumbest thing.
Oh yeah, so
Stanley
stupid.
Spadowski, where's my mop?
It's so stupid.
Anyway, if you haven't seen UHF, go grab it. My favorite Weird Al time in my life was the Phantom Menace when it came out. He did.
He did the
my this year.
Oh God.
My this
Mr.
year Anakin guy.
Maybe Vader someday later.
Yeah. And then White and Nerdy really kicked it off for me.
White and Nerdy was
boy.
theme song for me for a while there.
Yeah, White and Nerdy is still my theme song today. I mean, I don't have a segue. But,
I walk into a room and that song starts playing.
But it is true. The only question that I find hard is, do I like Kirk or do I like Picard, right? So, anywho, Dota, MOBA. What are we looking for today? So, yeah, I only brought that up because I might have to play a good Dota game today.
Yeah, well, you do get the good one today.
But you might have to play a not so good.
I mean, the thing about MOBAs is there's bad games and then there's bad communities. Because MOBA in and of itself is an online battle arena.
Yes.
Or a multiplayer online battle arena.
Yes.
So you're constantly engaging and playing with people. So there's some very, very good ones out there that have some absolute horrible people that play. And vice versa, right?
Well, I'm looking for MOBAs.
Yeah.
And of course there's Dota 2.
Yeah.
Which I've never played.
Okay.
Never done the Dota. What does League of Legends fall under?
It's a MOBA. It's a full MOBA. The thing with League is complicated. League in and of itself, as just a pure intellectual exercise, is a very good game.
Okay.
The people who play League are, and I'm generalizing here, it's not every player in League, to be sure.
Okay.
And it's especially not like you and I were never going to get to the levels that a lot of these players compete at.
Yeah.
So the lower level league, it's hit or miss. But when you find a toxic person on a league game, you will find the most toxic human being in the world.
So what is Arcane based on?
Arcane's based off of the lore of League of Legends.
Okay. See that, and I'm not a League of Legends guy.
And
right?
Arcane plays the worst trick in the world because I watched Arcane season 1 and I was like, oh man, I got to go back, and I reinstalled League of Legends and I played 3 games and went, no, I'm good. So I uninstalled it, and then I finished Arcane season 2, which if you haven't, so good. And I almost reinstalled League. But I stopped myself and I went, no, you're better than this. You know what's going to happen. But yeah, there's a lot of really good ones. Right now, Valorant is really popular.
Valorant is a straight up first person shooter, though.
Valorant is considered a MOBA.
Really?
Because it is a multiplayer online battle arena. You play within an arena, you select your character, and you stay with your character throughout the game.
See, I don't know. I played a lot of Valorant. I think Valorant is cartoon Counter-Strike.
Oh no, 100% is cartoon Counter-Strike.
So I don't count it as MOBA.
All right,
in that sense. And maybe that's the differentiation that I make is if it's first person, I don't think of it as a MOBA.
You're thinking it's more of an arena shooter.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
So, and I get that whole battle arena, multiplayer online battle arena thing. But the League of Legends, the Dota, like the top downs, the third person.
The third person top down is where you kind of...
That's kind of where I draw the line, yeah.
Right.
And maybe there is the ability for there to be a truly first person MOBA. But I kind of look at what is the core game mechanic. Valorant, the core game mechanic is first person shooter.
Oh, I mean, it's a Counter-Strike 1,000%.
So I kind of look at what is when is the core game mechanic MOBA?
Okay.
Right? So if Dota is a pure MOBA game, then what else is a pure MOBA game?
Paragon was something that I remember playing back in the day. Demigod?
Have you ever played...
No, Smite.
But have you ever played Demons Are Crazy?
Demons Are Crazy? No, I'm afraid I haven't.
All right, well, I'm going to introduce you to developer Big Bug Studio.
Okay.
They have a game called Demons Are Crazy, DRC. Really, I have a problem with that. But
yeah, right.
Hell's first election is upon us.
Oh,
do you have what it takes to become the next Satan?
Oh.
Claim the throne in this epic MOBA extravaganza, dripping with blood and guts.
Oh,
choose FPS, hack and slash, third-person shooter, or MMO style demons and reign in hell.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they're claiming that it's an epic MOBA extravaganza. So we're going to find out. It has mixed ratings.
Yeah, I'm
and again,
installing now.
By the rule of the game we play, there must be many negative comments. There definitely are. So
okay. Well, if I'm doing that, you are going to play the game that has come to define and shape the MOBA space, right? Which is League.
Oh, you're going to make me play League.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to make you play League, not because I think it's the best game, but because if we're talking MOBA, you're talking League. Whether or not you think it's the best example of it, that is absolutely a conversation I would love to have.
Okay.
Hell, if you know what, give me a second here because I want to see something real fast. I almost might make you play Paladin. No, because Paladins is more of a it's a team-based shooter, so no.
Well, here's the great thing. You are in control of what I play. Yeah, you get to choose.
But I have to give you a good one. A good one.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be good. And as we've learned many, many times, good can be very subjective. But I'm willing to give it a try, Aaron.
Yeah. We'll do.
So where is League? League is not a Steam game, right?
No, League is its own downloader. You go on to Riot Games and download League.
It's a Riot Games game. Okay, cool. See, there is a whole side of gaming, Aaron, that I have never, ever ever been a part of. And so I don't even know if have I played any Riot games?
Let's see. You played Valorant, so yes, you have.
Ah, yes. So I do definitely have an account with Riot. Yes, I do. Look at that.
I believe there's a tutorial. Play the tutorial for the low. Actually, I think it forces you to play the tutorial before you're allowed to go play multiplayer.
Okay. League of Legends, play for free, download for Windows. All right, man, you're getting me into this game. You know, I have an addictive personality, and
You're gonna be fine.
This may ruin my life.
You're fine. You'll be fine.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. I mean, I do trust you, and that's half the danger.
Fair.
I hope it's mixed reviews. It's getting pretty bad reviews, but I still hope you at least have some fun, even if just to make fun of.
Yeah, no, I'm sure I will. And then you're playing some League.
I am, and I've got to put it on. I've got to run the installer here. It is. Let's see, Riot Games.
Yeah.
So.
Well, while you're installing, I'm going to run off to the washrooms.
Ah, the washroom, yes.
Demons Are Crazy is fully installed on my end, and we'll be back in 5.
Sounds good. 5 will goes west. My game requires a system restart, so I'm going to have to stop the recording and resume later. Bah! And we're back after our reboot.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of a reboot, but hey.
Yeah, I had to install the Vanguard client. Yay, anti-cheat.
Yay, anti-cheat.
As I was saying to you before my computer finished booting up, I stopped playing Valorant because of Vanguard, because I find Vanguard to be very annoying.
I don't disagree. And I fully expect you to uninstall League as soon as we're done today. So,
I mean, we'll see. What does it say here? Something about a paid transfer of accounts? What? I'm confused. I don't know, but I'm launching League of Legends.
I'm launching Demons Are Crazy.
Demons are crazy, man.
Crazy hot. Wait,
Just the succubus.
Oh, congratulations! You played League!
Yay! Why am I not excited?
Yeah, right.
I mean, let's face it. MOBA's not my cup of tea. It's never really appealed to me. What is this? Do I unlock a new hero?
Sure. If you
want. Let's get the Yordle.
She's actually pretty good. I would. Caitlyn's fun as well. She's more of a long range, snipey.
I don't know what a Yordle is, but I'll take it. I'm assuming that's like a race.
Yes, a Yordle is.
Cool. That was fun.
Yeah.
Frustrated. I don't really like competitive games. I like co-op games, and in this case, nobody really spoke the whole game. So.
There you go.
Well,
here we are.
Now I'm probably gonna have issues with Vanguard running in the background, messing with my stuff.
Oh, just uninstall it.
I'm just gonna close it. Close Vanguard. Yeah.
Oh. Like, are you honestly gonna pick up League again?
I mean, let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
So yeah, I mean, I would play League again. I kind of hate it, but it's not my genre. And one of the things with games that you kind of hate, if other people like it, there's something about that game that other people see, that other people enjoy.
Absolutely.
I got a lot of reminiscent feelings of like when I used to play StarCraft competitively.
Oh yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Not StarCraft 2. I'm talking StarCraft.
Original.
Like Brood Wars. Before Brood Wars, and then after, and then Brood Wars afterwards. Yeah, so League of Legends. I mean, I always thought League of Legends was a Blizzard game. Here I am being like, no, it's Riot. So this is good because I kind of hate Blizzard.
Blizzard, like we were talking in our pre-banter, but like how the monoliths of our youth are gone, right? Like Blizzard is now terrible. BioWare now puts out schlop.
Oh yeah.
Like, Westwood Studios. Westwood what?
Yeah, right. So, man, I don't know. League of Legends, like, how long have you played League of Legends for?
Off and on, I've played all told for maybe about, I don't know. Because, like, I've played it, and when I play it, I'll play it for, like, 2-3 weeks, and then done, I'll quit. I won't touch it again until someone will be like, oh, man, you should play League with us, or, oh, Arcane was terrible for me, because Arcane came out, I was like, oh, I could replay.
Yeah.
So, like, I have played League off and on for maybe 7 years.
Okay, cool.
But like the reality is, I haven't played that long, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, obviously, League is like what really kicked off the MOBA genre. I think in general.
Yeah, like it's the sort of genealogy of MOBAs, and it's interesting you mentioned StarCraft because the first MOBA, if you will, was AOS, which was like a custom game map on StarCraft,
Right.
where you controlled a very powerful hero character.
Yeah.
And then Dota, of course, on Warcraft 3 Defense of the Ancients is what really sort of like, boom, this is actually a legitimate game style. And there were actually like esport tournaments for Dota, the original Dota.
Yeah.
And then League wasn't the first one.
Yeah.
There were others like Smite and.
But League has obviously been the biggest as far as like how it caught on esports, right?
It's in a league of its own.
You could say it's creating legends. Oh man, we're horrible.
Anyway, yeah. So that's yes. When you think MOBA, when you think the MOBA market, for better or for worse, it's League.
Yeah. So I really. Here's the thing. One of the reasons I used to play a lot of competitive stuff. I used to play, ladder tournament Counter-Strike. I used to play ladder tournament Battlefield 1942.
Ooh, 1942.
I used to play ladder tournament StarCraft. I've been there. I was also like 22 and under.
Yeah. You still had your twitch reflexes.
Yeah, now I just twitch all the time because of stress and anxiety.
It's twitch.
But that's why I was like, twitch.tv, that's great. But no, so here's my take on League. It feels like Warcraft 3. And it's that kind of graphical area. Maybe slightly better than Warcraft 3. I'll give it a little more credit than that. But it did make me feel a bit of a nostalgic feeling for when you're in a competition and you're fighting to win. And like at my StarCraft games, I used to be, I was Zerg. I always played Zerg.
Zerg is it?
The odd time I'd play Terran or Protoss just to kind of like practice, figure out ways to like penetrate their defenses. But I was a Zerg guy and I loved the Zerg rush and I loved turtling and building giant defensible bases and having huge, massive fights against Protoss fleets. And I had a great time. And this kind of reminded me of that a little bit, but it also reminded me of why I stopped playing these styles of games. So you're running around and this guy's got Rengar, and Rengar is one-shotting all the heroes.
Yeah.
And no matter how fast I run away, he can run. He can run faster. Yeah. And it seemed like all the other heroes could run faster than me. And I'd bought items to move faster. I'd used my sprint. I still couldn't escape them.
Yeah.
And so I was just getting decimated constantly. And the last thing you want to do is get decimated where they get bonus gold and bonus experience for killing you as a hero. It was pretty balanced for the first little while. And then, like Rengar just all of a sudden was like, boom, 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 you're dead, you're dead, you're dead. And we just got steamrolled, man. And it was like the one hero, Rengar, that could just constantly steamroll us that prevented us from being able to make any kind of progress forward. My character, like you mentioned, my character is a bit of a glass cannon, but I wasn't doing any damage. And when I bought better equipment, I still wasn't doing any real damage. Uh-huh. And so I felt like, as a new player who'd never played the game before, coming in to an unranked match and having an experience of, I got so steamrolled, what is the point of playing this game?
Yeah.
And that's the challenge, I think, with being a new player in a competitive game is, you've got no mojo yet. So you're not going to win anything. You're probably going to lose your first 1,000 matches.
Yeah, you're still learning. And then like you'll be super angry and you'll hop on the Reddit and you'll be like, how do I play this character? Or this
and I'm not into
bullshit.
that. I'm not into that, right? I think that's why, like, as I've gotten older, I've been more keen to moving towards games that are survival co-op. I like Stellaris. Stellaris can be very stressful when you're getting stomped by another fleet, and you can't do anything to stop them. There's different types of species and alignments in their political in Stellaris where they just consume. They're like a hive mind. They're a swarm. They just consume you. And fighting those things off is really challenging. But you play co-op, so you kind of help each other out. You're in constant communication with your allies, so you can kind of help in that sense. But in this case, no one was talking. There was no text chat. No one was chatting. Yeah. There was no coordination whatsoever. And I just kind of felt like what's the point of me playing a multiplayer game with other people if we're not communicating and coordinating? When I used to play Counter-Strike, we would get on Roger Wilco back before TeamSpeak. And we would, and before that, it was Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. We would get on Roger Wilco.
Oh, if you're like solid, if you're like playing Rainbow Six, we should check out Siege at some point.
Yeah, I'm down. It's just, so I used to play, this was in 1997, probably 1998, maybe. I was playing Tom Clancy, 1998. I was playing Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six with Roger Wilco, and we were coordinated. We would like, okay, wait to open the door. Okay, open the door. Okay, I hear noise. Okay, don't open the door yet. Okay, I'm opening up. We would coordinate in such a way that it felt like teamwork. Even if you lost, you were like, guys, great round. That was awesome. And I feel like my first playthrough with League of Legends, I didn't get that. I was like, this is multiplayer for what purpose? If I'm not in a group that chats. And you said there is voice chat, so maybe no one uses it. I don't know.
It's a cesspool.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. Like, I don't mind cesspool chat as long as there's like people are coordinating and helping each other. I mean, dude, I played VR chat where you get 12-year-olds and younger running around just going, oh yeah, and that's all they do for the whole time you're in that. You got to jump world, so it's a cesspool, right? But once in a while, you meet a few people, you have fun, you friend them, and you try to play matches with them, or you try to get on ranked with them, or whatever in these games. So, sure, I had fun. The adrenaline was kicking. But once you start getting steamrolled and there's absolutely no amount of strategy that you can employ to get out of it, it ceases to be fun. And like I said to you while I was playing, the back and forth where like they push, I push, they push, I push, they push, I push. That's fun. But when it's like I push, they steamroll, there's just no fun to be had there. And there's no explanation as to why. There's no reasoning as to why. I'm like, why can their heroes run faster, move faster, hit harder? And from the very beginning of the game, they were hitting harder. And the difference, I think, was they seemed more coordinated. So they must have been a team. They must have been on voice chat because they seemed very coordinated. Right?
A friend was saying that the best way to play League is to only play with 5 people, and that way you're always on a team, you're always playing with people you like. If you win, awesome, we won. If you lose, shucks, boys, we'll get them next time, right?
Winning and losing as a group is fun. Winning and losing by yourself is not as much fun, right? Yeah. And like, I'm 42 years old, man. I'm never going to be that guy that jumps into a game and just starts owning. Like, I used to, when I first jumped into Battlefield 1942, dude, I used to own. I used to just run around, poning noobs and just having a good time. And I'm just not that guy anymore. Now I'm like, I feel like, what was that Zootopia with the sloth at the DMV? I feel like I'm the sloth at the DMV now, guy. Like, I'm old. I just can't keep up. Yeah. And I feel like League, if you want to devote a ton of time, and that's, I think, the challenge that I have with games like this. If you want to devote hundreds of hours to studying games, viewing your replays, studying the best way to play a character, the best abilities to level up.
You want to make it a job.
Yeah, now it's a job. It's not. I'm not playing casually for fun anymore. Now it's like, no, I have to study this, learn more. Don't get me wrong. If I sat down, and I'm sure of this with anybody, not just myself, but if a person sits down and studies everything about the game, learns all the best paths, watches the replays, takes notes, you can win. You can go out and you can dominate. Yeah. Especially if you're with a team of people that are also doing the same thing, or that you're coordinating that team and you're the knowledge guy. Yeah. At my age, I do not want to have to spend 1,000 hours, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 hours on a game to build strategies to be better, to win. I just play casually. I want to have fun. Yeah. So I can see the appeal. It felt competitive, and it was like, oh yeah, I'm feeling emotions playing this game.
Yeah, you were.
Good or bad, but it's exciting, right? Yeah. And
absolutely.
So I can see the appeal. People get a lot of excitement playing that game. But because I suffer from anxiety, that's not the kind of excitement that I want to sign up for. I don't want to sign up for that. Yeah. Like, I was playing Sons of the Forest earlier today. The bats jumps out of the cave. and I'm jumpy. I haven't been jumpy in video games in 20 years, but I've become jumpy again.
Those bats, though.
Oh,
every time,
sneak
every
right
cave.
up on me, especially when you're wearing headphones.
Oh,
man,
yeah, absolutely.
Jump. But I love that feeling. So it's like, I'm starting to feel again. So that sensation of feeling emotional playing a game, good or bad, angry or sad or happy or whatever, excited. I could see myself playing League again.
Yeah.
But I know that it would just be getting raffle stomped every time I play because I'm never going to devote myself to being able to get to the point where I can win. And that's where, like StarCraft 2, I used to play ranked matches. I never got out of bronze.
Yeah.
Because I only played once a week for like an hour. And
and some of these people are dedicating hours a day.
But I liked their matchmaking system because I would go and join a ranked match, and I would actually play someone that's about at my level.
Yeah.
So my opportunity to win was maybe 40%, 35 to 40%. But I feel like with League, especially in unranked, my chances of having the ability to win is like 5%. And I don't know that I have the patience to commit myself to learning a game and getting good enough at a game that I can increase my chances to like 35 or 40%. I don't need a 50-50 chance to win. I will play a game 35% or higher. But if I know I'm just going to keep losing.
Yeah, why bother?
So I don't know. I'll try it a couple more times. If I have like a free half hour, I might jump in and do a match.
There you go.
But the challenge is ranked is probably much better.
Ranked is better, but you have to earn your way to rank.
Which is something I have a problem with. Because I don't have the amount of time it's going to take to go and get 20 champions when I now have like 2.
Yeah, but for right now, with I believe you get a champion every matchup, if you will, right now. With what?
So I have to play 19 more matchups.
18.
Yeah, that's a lot of matchups.
It is.
That would be like, for me, that let's just call that, if I play once a month, that's 18 months before I can.
Or you could spend the $80 and buy your champions right off the hop.
Aaron, no microtransactions.
Oh, no,
No means yes, no because no.
Test microtransactions, but it's an option for you.
No because no.
No because no, I agree. But
so, I've got to rank this game.
Talk about rankings, yeah.
Graphics and art. 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
The graphics are pretty bad.
Yeah.
Not a fan of the graphics on this game.
Did you like jang them up, or was there even a jang them up option?
Jang them up doesn't make a difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was no janging.
Music audio, 6 out of 10.
Okay.
I didn't really care for it. Didn't really care about it. It was just
there.
Yeah, and I mean just nothing special, nothing out of the ordinary.
Nothing got you.
Nothing got me.
Yeah, fair.
Gameplay, I get the gameplay because it was so horribly unbalanced for a first-time player.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
I can't give it more than a 7 out of 10.
No, and I agree with that. We've talked about this before, and barrier to entry is a very real thing, and making it so it's very difficult to join as a new player can turn off new players.
But I'm going to give it a 9 for fun.
Really?
Yeah, it really scratches the competitive itch.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I haven't felt that way in a long time.
No, yeah, dear listeners, he was ready to throw things. It was impressive.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing for me is I'm not a fan of competitive games.
Yeah.
So that kind of lands it as a 7 out of 10 average. So it's kind of like,
that's about right.
I can see it as like a good enough game. And if you are someone who loves competitive games and you love MOBAs, this game is probably like an 8.5 out of 10 for you.
You probably already play it.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll throw that sucker up on the catapult. I'll launch it off.
You'll launch it up, eh?
Yeah. No, I won't launch it into like the stratosphere.
Yeah, and listen, League of Legends does not need our help.
It doesn't need our help. No,
they're good.
I mean, there's a reason why it's called LOL.
LOL, right?
Yeah. When my brother used to play a lot of League of Legends, and he used to call it LOL all the time. Yeah, I'm playing LOL.
LOL.
I was like, laugh out loud, like LOL. He's like, yeah, that's LOL. And I'm like, what the hell is LOL? He's like, oh, it's League of Legends. And I'm like,
it's LOL. I play LOL. What do you want? Yeah.
LOL, that's the name of Data's daughter that he builds in Star Trek. LOL.
Was it?
Pretty sure.
Because it was lore, it was his brother.
I think it was LOL. Like LALL, LOL.
Now I have to. Look
Yeah, let's fact check.
LAL.
LAL, lol. Yeah, it was lol.
LAL.
So I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah, so I'll throw in the catapult. I mean, League of Legends. If you haven't tried it, it feels highly competitive. If you like that, it's for you. If you don't, maybe it's not. But it did make me feel things, and that those things amount to kind of excitement. So I might play it again if I'm feeling like I'm in a mental capacity where I don't mind losing a lot. So how about you, man?
How about me?
You got to play Demons Are Crazy.
Yeah, about that.
Tell me about your experience.
Well, first off, getting into it was hard. Trevor had to use IT powers to help me actually create an account and log in.
I did, because their sign-up page, if you use something that's already used, it won't let you sign up. But if you use the correct email address, it would automatically put that email address in their database and prevent you from using it again, even though it didn't register you the first time. So whoever programmed that sign-up page, do better.
Bad sign-up page. So, yeah, once I was in, there was a little bit of a tutorial, nothing major, maybe 15-20 minutes, and that's where the problems began. The tutorial itself has basic, hey, here's how you move, here's how you attack, here's how all that shiza. The movement has you walk around and collect 13 souls.
13 souls.
13 souls, because you're a demon. Anyway, these souls are almost impossible to see. So once you've picked up, and they're grouped in like 2s or 3s, but once you've grabbed a few and you're missing one, oh no, where is it? So I spent more time looking for this soul than learning how to walk. So problem number 1, your tutorial should never be gated that way. It should just be like, walk through these 2 gates, strafe, whatever.
Yeah.
It should be fairly simple, not collective. So, problem 1. Problem 2, no one's playing the game. I tried to find matches numerous times. We played for an hour. I found 2 matches.
Yeah, that's not great. How long did each match last?
The first match lasted 15 minutes. And the second match, apparently because you host it, so it's not like on a server like League. I host the match. So people would join my server, if you will. I guess the host lost connection or something, because it crashed after about 7, 8. There's interesting concept. There's some interesting ideas there, but overall the execution is very poor. It was boring. I never got into the steamroll aspect you did, but I would often go into the map and I would never run into my team or the enemy players for quite some time. The maps are just too big. And because it's third person over the shoulder rather than top down, it feels bigger, right? Because you don't have the view of the entire map. So it felt empty. It felt boring.
That's too bad.
It did. It was. And then there's some very obvious matchup problems. Melee characters. There's very few opportunities for them to close gap on ranged characters. And vice versa, when a melee character gets within range, that's it. You're hooped. So there needs to be more of a middle ground there, where the ranged characters can disengage better because they're very slow on average, and the melee characters rather need a speed burst option, if you will. So yeah, I just there was a lot of issues that I felt with it. It was very unpolished. And the writing, God, they're doing terrible. Like, the idea is cool. Satan's disappeared, and now we're all kind of scrambling to become the next Satan. Like, we all want that power. So we're all competing for it. That makes sense. That's cool. I like that idea.
Get in the flask!
Get in the flask! But, like, every character spoke in Leet speak. Do you remember the Disgaea series with Prinny the Penguin?
Yep.
Yeah, all the demons talk like that. What's up, noobs guy? What you doings?
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, and I didn't like it. Was silly. Add to that they're very topical. Like they did a lot of trolling in their events. I can understand why it's mixed reviews. Yeah, but as far as graphic or arts were, unlike you, I could change my graphics from texture quality and shadow quality. I could get shadow quality up to epic, but texture quality was not allowed to go any higher than poor.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The areas are all very basic. The Gluttony Park was cool to look at, but because of just how bad the graphics were, it got muddled.
I mean, you're on a 3090.
Yeah, well, don't listen. This was the game. The game wouldn't let you.
Yeah.
There was no click for that.
Bad game. Bad game.
Not good game. So graphics and art, I'm giving this a 5. It was very disjointed. It was very boring. I didn't like it. Sound design. The voice lines are trash. The music was fun. The sound effects are good. They didn't have like when you hit something, the sound played at the right time, right? So you got to give them props for that. So I'm gonna give them a 6. And then as for fun, I didn't, because I got to play 2 matches in that 1 hour.
Fair enough.
So I'm gonna give it a 5.
And gameplay, the actual playing of the matches.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So when I did get to play, it was fine. Like, there was stuff to enjoy. But again, didn't get to play. I think that could have been solved by the developers biting the bullet and actually buying servers, which apparently they did. But now, not only... So they have servers, but I have to host the match? It's weird.
That is weird. Yeah, just matchmaking servers, basically.
Yeah. Like that should be a lot.
Like GameSpy back in the day.
Oh, God. GameSpy. Woof.
So fun, you gave it a 5 for gameplay. What is your final rating on gameplay?
When I got to play, it was cool. Not groundbreaking, but it was fine.
Yeah.
But the problem is, if the game is about playing these big multiplayer matches, no one can play these multiplayer matches. Is the game working?
Well, no, that's the problem with multiplayer games. If there's no one to play it, it's not a multiplayer game.
Exactly. And while there were some single player options, I really feel like those single player options were like desperate moments. So I'm going to go ahead and have to give the gameplay a 5 as well.
All right. Well,
like when it worked, but it didn't work enough.
So your general rating average brings you to a 5.3.
Yeah, and it's going into the fault lines.
Fault lines. And we'll cast it into the basement vaults.
And which is
never to be seen again.
But it's weird because they're demons, so they want to go down there, but that's good for them, but I want it to be bad for them, so what problems.
Oh, you want to be the next Satan? I'm going to send you to heaven.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, there you go.
Well, that's
Hey, that's how the game works.
That's
sometimes
crazy,
they get
man.
A good game, sometimes a bad game.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy how things work out. Well, so the MOBA genre, not a genre that I'm typically attracted to.
Yeah.
But I think that was a good foray. And I'm glad I got to try League of Legends. Now I know what all the hubbaloo is all about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any closing remarks?
Yes, actually. Anybody who's listening to this and you're good at League, you know what? We'd be interested in learning how to play better. So yeah, hop on the Discord, invite us in. I'm sure doing it as a trio or a quad or even a 5er would be more fun for us.
Yes, help us, Obi-Wan Kenobi, our only hope.
Yeah, but don't stress it. We're not that invested in learning how to play League.
Yeah. If I can't learn how to play it in like an hour to 3 hours max, I will not play a game if I can't learn enough of the fundamentals to actually have fun with it within 2 to 3 hours. And I think I learned enough about the fundamentals with League that I could have fun with it within the next maybe, if I put 10 or 15 hours into it, I could probably start getting some strategy going and having some more fun with it. But with the season of holidays approaching, I don't know that I'll have that kind of time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Plus, I haven't beat Sons of the Forest yet, so there's that.
Yeah, God. All right, team.
All right, man.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
And we will see you next time.
We'll catch you on the flippity flip.
As
Good luck.
they say, have fun.
Don't die.
Don't die. See you around. And that's our time and the end of our episode.
But don't feel sad it's over. Be glad it happened. From the two of us in the basement
Thanks for tuning in.
Join us next time.
And feel free to send us any feedback on our socials or send us a direct email at bfcpcontact@gmail.com.
And if you're really interested in what we're doing, join us on Patreon, where we will have loads of behind-the-scenes stuff and uncut takes as more episodes are released. Patreon.com/basements, faults, and catapults.
We're always excited to hear from you because we love engagement. We look forward to our next catapult launch and hope you can join us for the ensuing chaos.
Good luck.
See you next time. Keeping us on our toes.
Oh, you did MOBA.
Yeah, you know, I never one of the things I really like about this podcast is that I never expected to play some of these genres. These are genres I would have never tried, and it's kind of been really nice to just see what's out there.
Yeah. Like we get to experience things, which is really cool.
Life's all about experiences. Get out there and get yours.
Go and do stuff.
Get out there and get yours.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.